Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, welcome. My name is Alice. I make videos on family vlogs, lifestyle and entertainment. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back to watch this beautiful face. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be telling you about my struggle with tinnitus and how I single-handedly silence my tinnitus without the help of an ENT or anyone for that matter. If this video is going to be of help to you, then please do well to watch till the end of the video. A lot of people are actually living with this annoying condition called tinnitus. Tinnitus is simply a condition that causes your ears to make constant sounds, and these sounds could range from buzzing, hissing, ringing. Now, in my case, I heard almost all the sounds. It started with the ringing sound, then it moved to the roaring sound, then to the hissing sound and the buzzing sound. Now, the sound you hear in tinnitus is not actually from your ears, rather they are from your brain. Now, this is a disclaimer. I'm actually not a doctor, and I didn't even study anything close to medicine, but this is my experience. I experienced tinnitus for more than 2 years, and I've had silence for close to a year now. My ears have been silent. I've not heard any roaring sound. I've not heard any ringing sound whatsoever. I've had complete silence in the past 8 months. This is actually the 8th month I've had silence. In this 8 months, I have not heard one sound, be it the roaring sound, be it the ringing sound. I've not heard any sound. But before I was able to silence my tinnitus, I had my ears made different kinds of noise for 24 hours in a day, for 7 days in a week, for 365 days in a year, for close to 3 years. I never had a moment of silence. I never had any minute of silence. It was constant ringing, constant buzzing, constant hissing in my ears. All this started while I was on board. I was on a flight from, if you're a Nigerian, I was on a flight from Benin to Lagos, and it was one of the worst experiences I have had on an airplane. My ear got so bad on the plane. I was really very lucky that it was a short flight. For that 30 minutes, it was one of the worst experiences I have ever had. Eventually, I found out that I had tinnitus, and it did not stop, not even for 1 minute. It did not stop. So I saw that it had no cure and that it could only be managed. I was frustrated. Like, it was a very bad feeling for me. It was a very sad moment for me. I started checking for ENT centers. If you don't know what ENT is simply ear, nose and throat. These are doctors that specialize only on the ears, nose. Then I started first with the home remedies. I started putting grated onions. I started putting olive oil in my ears, and it was not of any help. Actually, it did not help me for once. Instead, it aggravated. My left ear, in which I had the tinnitus, was really very heavy. It was always making funny sounds, and I was almost getting ear loss. Like, the ear was so heavy, and when you talk, it was like I could only hear with my right ear. I could not hear with my left ear. A lot of all these things had already accumulated in my ear, and it was really a very frustrating experience. It was really a very depressing experience. I was gradually going into depression, guys. Like, it was not fun. And then I decided that I need to go to an ENT center. I need to know what is wrong. I need to get a solution to this. And then I took my bags and off I went to an ENT center. But guess what? When I got to the first ENT center, they said they were going to do ear syringing for me. I had heard about ear syringing during my research on tinnitus and ear related issues. So I said, okay, let's do it. And then they put this straw-like instrument into my ears, and they put warm water, and they said it is ear syringing. It was really a very bad experience for me. That did not solve it. The ringing in the ears continued. This was already 6 months into it, guys. It was already 6 months, and I was still having tinnitus, and there was no cure. There was no solution in sight. And then I moved to another ENT center, this time around in Benin. if you know Edo State Hospital, that was where I went to. And this time around there was a little bit of relief for me, because the ENT I met was really very good. And then I explained to him that this is what is happening, I have ringing in my ears. And then he brought out his instruments to look into this same ear. And then he found out that I had a lot of things in the ear as a result of those home remedies I talked about. I had grated onions into my ears, I had grated garlic into my ears, I had poured a lot of olive oil. Disgusting, right? Yeah, but I had all these things in my ear. Close to 3 months, I was always visiting the ENT center 3 times a week, and then it was able to get all these particles out of my ears, but still this ringing continued. And in fact, it had moved from this year to this year. Now I have both my ears ringing, both my ears making funny sounds. I already graduated from it, already moved from ringing to a buzzing sound, and at some point I also heard hissing sounds, but as at then it was the buzzing sounds that I heard in both ears. And this was already 9 months, close to a year. I was still having tinnitus with no cure in sight. But I was grateful that at least I got those particles out of my ear. But then the sounds were still there. And I said, you know what? Let me just leave it. After I went online and I saw that a lot of persons are living, after I saw that a lot of persons are actually living with tinnitus, I saw a lot of persons ranging from 10, 20, 30 years living with tinnitus. So I was like, maybe this is a condition that I have to live with. Maybe this is a condition that I really have to manage. And then I was trying to manage it, but this ringing in the ears were getting so loud. I could hardly sleep. I have to concentrate. I have to find a way to filter the ringing in my ears and try to concentrate on the person talking. I don't know if you understand. It was a little over 2 years. I was pregnant and I had my baby. During the course of my pregnancy, I stopped sugar. I did not take any sugar. Made up my mind that I was not going to take anything sugary. I was not going to take anything sugary at all. And then I stopped sugar. For the 9 months that I was pregnant, I did not take sugar. And then when I had my baby, it was like 2 weeks after I had my baby, and then I was washing some clothes. And next thing that happened was that my ears were silent. Like I did not hear any sound. I did not hear any sound whatsoever. Online, and I read and I see some videos and they say put your hands on your ears and tap the back of your ears, put your hand on your ears and tap your forehead. Those kind of experiments, when I try them, I usually have silence for like a minute or even less. But this silence that I was talking about, it exceeded from a minute, it exceeded 2 minutes, it exceeded 3 minutes, and then I was like, is this a joke? And guess what? It was over an hour and I did not hear a sound. I did not hear a beep. I did not hear a e. It was like a joke to me. The next day I did not hear any sound. The day after I did not hear any sound. And a month after I did not hear any sound. And then I went online and I read possible remedies for tinnitus. And then I saw that avoid sugar. This is one thing that I did really diligently. I did not take sugar for 9 months, and this may be why my tinnitus got silent. This is the 8th month and I have not had any sound. I have not had tinnitus since then. It is the most refreshing feeling that I have ever had. Like, I was really very happy, and I'm still very happy that up until today I've not heard any sounds in my ears. My ears have been silent, like total silence. And I think it was because I did not have sugar period of time, and it may also be due to the fact that I just gave birth and some hormones. You know, a lot of changes happens to your hormones when you're pregnant and when you give birth. This may also be one of the reasons why my tinnitus got silenced. Stop sugar, avoid anything that has to do with sugar, and see what happens to your tinnitus. It was like a miracle. But one thing that I did for sure, that I did intentionally, and one thing that I'm also going to ask you to do, is to stop sugar. Avoid sugar. You taking sugar may be one of the reasons why your tinnitus has not stopped. And I went further to read, and I saw that a lot of persons say when they stop sugar for a while, their tinnitus goes from 10 to 7. Some says it goes from 10 to 5, but it definitely reduces. This may be difficult for those who are addicted to sugary things, those who can go a day without sugary things, but I think you should give it a try. I think you should try it out. This remedy worked for me, and it could work for you. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.